You are locked
and loaded
to the Midway to the District pod. Let's go.
Let's
go. First round in the books. Let's go. How are you feeling about the first round?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How about you, Commando?
Oh man,
You've got to be feeling good. You've got to be.
I'm over the moon.
Oh my gosh.
I think we need to address that elephant in the room. Why does my face look like the way that does? It's not a moment that I'm proud of, that's for sure. So I kind of got a little bit angry. So this is confession time. I got a little angry when Jeremiah Love went off the board at 3. Man, I wanted him a little too much, apparently. We had a bunch of logs down by the campfire, and I grabbed one of them, and I picked it up thinking I was all strong and whatnot, getting strong, and I slammed it hard against the tree.
So mad.
And
so
then
mad.
a piece of the stick flew back, because of course I'm not strong enough to break the big log, and got me right here.
Oh man, dude, it was epic. It was awesome to watch.
Oh man, so I'm bleeding burgundy today for sure. But nah, I'm just playing. That didn't happen at all. We were just out on the kayak, and
I was trying to toss him a paddle, and I kind of tossed a little too hard, and Mr. Butterfingers here went right through his hands. I might have had a little too much mustard on it. I might have had too much mustard.
Yeah, Teddy Bear doesn't know his own strength. Would you look at that?
I know. I couldn't believe it.
Just a paddle flying right at my face. Thank the good Lord in heaven I was wearing shades, because I protected my eyeball. But good times. We are through the roof, over the moon and back with our selections, man. What an awesome draft, by the way.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was a tough one to predict, and that's probably easy for me to say, considering I only got 3 of the 32 picks right in my mock draft.
I don't think anybody's drafted well, to be honest. There's no way.
Yeah,
there's no way.
But still not a proud moment. Like, if I was really looking to blow this thing up and show that, hey, I know my stuff, that wasn't the episode show.
We'll just pretend like you did.
Oh man! But I never thought that Sonny Styles was gonna make it to 7. And so y'all probably heard on one of the prior streams. In my mind, I just ruled out Megatron. I ruled out Jeremiah Love as options at 7. Man, it feels so good when you get the guy that you want, like. And Adam Peters, like,
he was gushing.
This dude's playing chess,
this dude's
man.
Gushing.
I know. And what did the Chiefs do?
What did the Chiefs do?
Yeah, the Chiefs ended up trading up.
Which we talked about that.
Yeah,
they clearly thought the Commanders were going to take a corner. They thought they were going to take that guy.
Dude.
I forgot his name.
Mansour Dillon. Yeah.
But man, Sony. We knew it was. Is it Sonny?
Sonny. Come here, Sonny.
Sonny Styles. That's such a cool name too.
Yeah, he's styling.
He's styling, man.
Sonny Styles. I can't.
So go ahead and let me ask you. Read it. Let's show some of the measurables. Let's read it all.
All right, let's pull them up.
But man, this guy, he's got it all. I mean, we're gonna show you guys, and Commando's gonna walk you through this.
You can walk the people through it too.
Yeah, I mean, 6'5", 244 pounds.
There we go.
He wears the weight well. Obviously, I mean, if you watch him on tape, he doesn't look like he weighs 244.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
he almost looks like 220.
He does, which means he's gonna get even bigger.
Yeah, he's 21 years old.
Right.
And he's only played the linebacker for 2 years. Look at this production score. 91 on production first. 94 athleticism, hence Megatron. First. Total score 95 first. Dude, this guy ran a 4.46.
156 split, 43.5.
In the vert. I mean, I'm trying to find. I've been, really since we drafted Sonny, I've been looking up a lot, and I've been trying to find the ceiling on this dude. I still can't find it. Doesn't exist with this guy.
Dude, It's insane. He honestly makes me want to get Madden coming this year, just so I can get him as a rookie.
Yeah.
And just draft him.
I mean, when you were watching his highlights, what did you notice about Sonny?
Sonny, I just noticed that you can tell he played safety before. He's very fluid in coverage. He swoops down kind of like a ball hawking strong safety.
Yeah.
His closing speed is pretty insane. I think that's one of the best traits about him. I noticed they put him on edge. They put him all over the field. You can put him anywhere.
Yeah.
He's like a queen on the chessboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you were also talking about he's got very fast acceleration.
Yeah, his acceleration.
As well.
Which that 10-yard split shows 1.56. That, in football, most plays are all within 10, 15, 20 yards max. And so those 10, 20-yard speeds are super important. And his acceleration, he just comes off so fast. And so he can see, assess, diagnose the play, and then close it down fast. And his play recognition is really, dude, it's off the charts.
Well, he was the green dot, and he was in charge of calling plays at Ohio State.
You could say he was the commander, chief of the defense.
Yeah, exactly. Well said. We got our quarterback on the offense, and we've got our quarterback on the defense now.
Yeah.
So man, it's just so excited. I mean, my dream was to get someone freaky at 7. Yeah. Like that's why I was a little bit down about like Downs or even Mansour Lane. Like I'm at 7, I want a freak. Well, we just got super freaky.
I can't believe it.
We got super freaky.
What did you think though, watching the film on him? Like, what's your breakdown? Obviously, we talked about the attributes.
Yeah.
Watching film.
Yeah.
Kind of tell me your thoughts a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, AP in his presser. Oh man, it's so good. You got to watch it if you haven't watched it. But he said,
funny,
he said Sonny Styles is huge, and then started chuckling. Pause, Adam Peters, pause. But the chuckle's hilarious. And then he goes, he's got elite. He's an elite athlete. He's got elite speed, and he's got elite length. And it's just like everything about this guy is elite. Bigger is better.
He said that too.
Oh yeah, bigger is better.
Bigger is better, ladies and gentlemen.
We can all attest. No, but yeah, I mean, and then what he does as well to tie in Frankie Louvu and Leo Chenal. I mean, if you're a Commanders fan and you had your high hopes for the linebacker core under Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio, former linebackers yourself, and you remember the years of suffering through John Boom Bostic. Bears fans know John Boom Bostic as well.
From Florida.
Yeah, we had him just older. Mm-hmm. And he was our best linebacker. Like to go from there to Sonny Styles in the middle.
Insane. With
heat-seeking missiles of Leo Chenal. I mean, we probably have the most athletic linebacking core in the NFL. I mean, Leo Chenal was already we reviewed
9.9,
9.99 on the RAS, and now
his combine was just as, I don't know about just as freaky, but it was very crazy.
Yeah.
His numbers.
Yeah,
this is the craziest numbers I've seen.
I mean,
honestly,
43
for a linebacker.
Yeah,
and he's just so big.
There's nothing. 6'5", there's no red flags
10-inch
with this
hands,
prospect.
Bro. That means his hands are like.
Boss.
Your whole face, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have another but yeah, I mean, he's the total package from everything. It's not just his physical ability, but his mentals, his makeup. His dad was a professional. His brother is going to be a safety that's drafted in this draft a little bit later. Mm-hmm. Which, hey, that'd be interesting if the Commanders got his brother. Why not? He's actually, I think, ran like a 4.27. His brother.
Oh my gosh!
But anyhow,
his dad was
that's a different
Super Bowl champ, right?
Yeah. I think we saw that he won one with the Rams.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got the bloodlines, but he's also just a fantastic human being. He's there's a John Keim podcast with James Laurinaitis that I think is an old Ohio State, linebacker who's their linebacker coach now. And James Laurinaitis talks about Sonny Styles, and it's just, I think John Keim cut it up to another. He just reposted it. It's like 12 minutes. Do yourself a favor and go watch that because he gives such great insight into Sonny Styles and just his transition from 2 years ago, and then the growth that he had throughout the year. Especially towards the end of the year, like he just got better and better, and he dominated in the college playoffs. He was like one of the best players.
Yeah.
So you get someone who's young, early in a transition, is showing that he's willing to work on his footwork, the techniques to make the transition, and he's just getting better and better.
He is.
I mean, that's why I can't see the ceiling. Like, I don't know where the roof is with this guy.
Yeah.
And that's what we heard from Adam Peters say that. I've heard it from like his coach, said that, Laurinaitis, when I watched his pod. Like, everyone just kind of can see the same thing, that his trajectory with that athleticism, that mental makeup, like.
So my opinion, his ceiling and like floor.
Yeah.
Obviously it's so hard to like guess on these things, but. Not that he would be this or as good or even better possibly, but to me his ceiling is like, I think of Brian Urlacher. That's the ceiling. Hall of Fame. I'm just saying though, like the size, the speed, it reminds me of it. So Hall of Fame linebacker right there, and then the floor. Honestly, the floor is safe. I think the floor is Tremaine Edmonds.
Urlacher, you said that he was a converted safety too, right?
He was from New Mexico State. He was a safety.
And what's his measurables?
I think he was 6'3", 243, 244 in the combine. I think he ran like a 4.5 something. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't a 4.46 though.
Yeah, I mean, people are just.
Then he added an additional like 14 pounds.
Do you think Sonny Styles could add that weight?
Absolutely. Like we were talking about earlier, he looks like he's skinny almost. Not skinny. He looks big, but he looks like he can add a lot of more muscle to his frame.
Yeah. So I mean, through the absolute roof with Sonny Styles, I cannot believe we got this guy. I mean,
insane.
Look at where our defense is compared to where we started this offseason.
So much better.
It is
so much
wild.
Better. It feels like you have weapons, like actual weapons on defense.
I mean, the defensive line itself goes like 10 plus deep, and now our linebacking core is ridiculous. I mean, to have Jordan McGee as the fourth, even like the fifth, Kane Madrano was the most athletic linebacker in his class, has contributed on special teams.
Yeah.
And even the other older linebacker we have, who's like an all-pro special teamer, like, it is just an insane room that we've got at the linebacker core.
It really is.
And it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, I think you guys have done a fantastic job retooling this defense. Not even retooling. This is a whole makeover. Like, all these guys you got, it's a different identity. He said, long, freaky, athletic.
Yeah.
Like I said, it feels like you have weapons.
Yeah.
Like you can send Chanel.
That's right.
You can send obviously Sonny Styles.
The disguises. Crazy. You got Dorrance Armstrong. You got Caleb Von Chason, Adafe Owe, like a many you can kick inside. Like, we got tons of defensive tackle depth. Like, there's just so many things that we can do on our defense now. We're so multiple, which is what Durante Jones wanted to be.
Right.
And just like, I don't understand how Adam Peters transforms such a barren roster so fast.
And you'll have a ton of cap space still.
And we'll get Brandon Ayuk.
And
then we're going to get a third round receiver.
We'll see if you're right about that prediction.
Yeah. I think I will be right. So yeah, that's Sonny Styles. Let's talk a little bit about Thieneman, Dillon Thieneman.
Dillon Thieneman, from Oregon, safety, 6 foot and the 8th, 201 pounds. He ran a 4.35 40. Freaky athlete as well, 41-inch vertical. Dude's insane. 18 bench press reps at 225 for someone that fast.
Yeah,
safety shows you the strength. I was shocked we got him.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about your emotional, how you're going through that draft, and then Thieneman still happened to be there, which was a surprise. Like, what was your emotions?
So I was like thinking originally, I told you this before too, like I was thinking Emmanuel Neal, but when Thieneman was there, still, I was so sure he was going to the Vikings. And when they didn't take him,
Right.
I'm not going to lie, maybe Banks turns out to be a great pick. But I was so glad they didn't pick Thieneman.
I know.
That's what I remember thinking first.
He doesn't
and then he comes to us. Not only do the Vikings not
Right.
take him, but we get him.
That's a double whammy, man. That's a double whammy.
I'm kind of still like kind of shocked. That's my emotions and feelings.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Sonny Styles, or not same thing, but similar thing. I just didn't think that he would fall to us.
Yeah.
The way this draft went.
Yeah.
So I'm shocked, pleasantly surprised. Now I'm dreaming of Kobe Bryant and Dillon Thieneman at the back.
Yeah.
What do you think though? Were you surprised as well that he?
Well, I mean, like I had him mocked to the Vikings, just like you talked about. So that's, it made sense to me, and I think that you get someone who is instinctual and really good like Thieneman, but you don't expect him to have the numbers like a 4.35 40-yard dash. But also, you do expect it. That's just probably me saying that because he's white. If we're being honest, right? Because he's white, he runs slow. But on tape, when we were watching his tape, like that speed shows up consistently.
Yeah.
It just jumps off the tape. His speed,
the closing speed, the lateral quickness. How many times do we see receiver screens? Malachi Lemon twice was on a screen and then a reverse, and both times. He's laterally shuffling.
Dodging blockers.
And keeping up. And he looked like he was doing it rather easily, I might say.
Yeah.
And then just finishes on the tackle, too.
I mean, with Thieneman, I'm just absolutely thrilled. The more I watch him, the more I fall in love with him. Because there's so many times on tape where he did exactly what you just said. Shuffles around him and then comes down. You think more like the linebacker, the nickel position, like a strong safety.
He covered the nickel a lot,
and this dude, like he is just, you can't get away from this guy. What color is glue?
I think it's white.
It's white, yeah. This dude sticks to you like glue, and everyone, and no one gets away from Thieneman. And he's also violent. Like he's ripping the football out, forcing fumbles. He's punching at it. Like you said, 18 bench press. He's strong. But I wish I could. I don't wish I could, but like I would think that like. That's where I would want to stop with my analysis with Thieneman, and I'd be like so over the moon about how good he is. But like the analysis doesn't stop there for me. Like watching his tape, I got a feeling that this dude is like, he's a DB. He's not just a safety. Don't just pigeonhole him into like a strong safety box. This dude can play single high if you want to as well. So he can play free safety.
Strong.
This dude can play. This dude can play cornerback. I'm convinced of it. I mean, we see reps on tape where he's out there covering a slot receiver, and this dude is just stuck to him like glue, and he's pass breakups galore. Like he takes great angles. He's so fast that he can get to the spot that he wants to, and he's just so athletic. I mean, look, he's the number one on the athletic score for safeties in the entire draft, just like. Styles was number one for linebackers, so is Thieneman, and we got maybe two of the three most athletic people in the entire draft.
That's crazy.
Probably Arvell Reese is the only other one, but I mean he's 200. So okay, he is over 6 foot. He's a little over. Dude, you got an awesome player. Instead of watching the Vikings get him,
I know
y'all ended up getting him.
Because it screamed to me, Vikings. He reminds me of Harrison Smith, although Harrison Smith is 6'2", he's not as fast. That's what it reminded me of. When I watched the film, the best thing I like about him is, and I was talking to you about this earlier, I can tell that he is a highly intelligent person, that he studies film. Because there were several plays before the play even was like fully snapped. He was almost already in a dead sprint exactly where the play was going. Right. Where everyone else is still shuffling or just getting out of their breaks.
Right.
So it tells me he's incredibly intelligent. And that's what you need on the next level. You have to study the game. You have to be. And I also heard that in the interviews that he did, he knocked it out of the park when they went over coverages with him.
Yeah.
when they went over analysis, they said his recall of, hey, tell us about this play or that play. Well, he had perfect recall of what
that makes
what
sense. That makes a lot of sense to me watching him, because he was put in so many different positions. Like, even to me, one thing I was impressed was that he was playing single high safety. And I'm not going to act like I'm some football guru, but you know, when you're the solo safety deep back there, like, that's a lot of responsibility. Mm-hmm. And I know we don't see it a ton in today's NFL, but for them to trust him to do that, you know, and then do all these other things and play basically cornerback at times, like, this dude must be a brain.
Yeah, absolutely. He's basically the captain in the secondary.
Yeah.
Like Sonny's the captain of the linebacking or the whole defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely got the brains. He's got everything we could want. And now to compare him, compare him with Kobe is just so nice. That back end is, if we can, now the attention turns to defensive line. Hopefully.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the hope.
I do. So, I mean, we thought that Thieneman could have gone at 12.
Yeah.
Right? It's out 12
he was mocked to the Cowboys.
You know, a little bit earlier. So, it feels, I mean, we just, you know, for Bears and Commanders fans, you know, it must feel like we just stole. Right? And then one aspect that I absolutely love from this draft is just like what happened in the NFC East. Like, this is going to be such a fun draft to dive in for the future because of all the talent that the NFC East drafted. It is
the
insane.
Giants had themselves a draft.
The Giants. Who did the Giants get?
They got Arvell Reese, number 5, and then I'm forgetting the guy's name from Miami, the offensive tackle. Malinoa. So, I mean, they got a premier, arguably the best tackle in the draft, and a premier, arguably the best pass rusher in the draft. And they already drafted the best one last year.
Yeah. And the comparison right there is Reese and Styles, right? Two, you know, linebackers from Ohio State. So for years, we're going to, you know, be able to compare these two. And then for the Cowboys to get Downs, who I mocked, and then the Eagles to make a wise trade up and get Mekhi Lemon, although the more I was watching Thieneman, I was like, I'm glad the Eagles didn't draft Thieneman. Like,
yeah,
because we watched Mekhi Lemon and we watched
Thieneman hawking down
white ass glue on his butt.
Where you going? You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere when Thieneman was around, so that made me feel a little bit better about Mekhi Lemon. But before we were like canoeing and just talking up the draft, you know, I do have to be honest, we were scheming up a trade back for Mekhi Lemon, and you had me pretty convinced that's you know, would have been a good way to go.
Right.
So I can't hate the pick.
But we didn't think Sonny would fall.
We didn't think Sonny. Yeah. Come here, Sonny. Come here, Sonny.
Sonny.
Welcome to the squad. Oh man. So we are just over the moon, and we can't wait to see what happens in round 2
tonight.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give a little bit of teasers. Where we've got a few people that we think our team could draft. We'll throw out a few names there. Just give a little brief detail about each of them. But it looks like you're locked and loaded in the second round with 2 picks. You got 57 and you've got 60, Teddy. Is there a type of like position or must-have? Like what are your thoughts on these 2 picks and where you might go?
So my thoughts, defensive line. You know, we couldn't stop the run. We couldn't rush the passer. We've locked up the secondary, cleaned it up. So I'm really looking for either a D tackle or a pass rusher. I'm undecided on which. I have some guys, some hopefuls that I hope that they will.
So what is like number 1? Like, is it one of them's a D end, one of them's a D tackle, or would you rather double up on D end? Like, what are you thinking?
For me, I would like to double up on defensive line. Like if they go D tackle, I'd be happy with it. If they go D end, as long as one of the two.
Does one of the two have to be on the defense?
One of the two has to be. Okay. I feel like it has to be. Non-negotiable. And if they're both, like, even if they just go pass rusher, I'm happy with that. Okay. I want to double dip. I'm happy with that.
Okay, so with that said, who are some of the people you would target for those picks? 57 and 60.
Some of the people looking at the board of who's available. If Zion Young falls, I don't think he will. I think that's an obvious selection there. I would run up to the podium if he's available. Some guys that may not be as well known is a guy named R. Mason Thomas from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
6'2" and a quarter,
Yeah.
241.
Yeah.
He didn't have the greatest 40 time, 4.67, but if you watch the tape, he looks explosive and fast.
40 time for a defensive end is not very important to me.
Right. And then the other guy I like is Derek Moore from Michigan. He's 6'3" and 7/8. I mean, basically 6'4", 255. He didn't run a 40, but he looks. It's very similar to R. Mason Thomas. He's got a lot of explosion coming off the ball on the edge.
Yeah.
These are the guys though, and the other person I'm thinking of is D tackle Lee Hunter from Texas Tech. I also like him. So any of those guys, I'd be happy with. I'm sure those guys. It may be someone. Maybe none of those guys.
That would be, of course. There's so many great options going today. We can't wait for round 2 and 3 to start. So just to recap, Zion Young is a great option for you. R. Mason Thomas, Derek Moore, and then Lee Hunter, a defensive tackle. But Teddy, you are on the clock. I'll only make you choose one of those pick. Teddy, you are on the clock with the 57th pick in the National Football League NFL Draft. So, who are you selecting?
So are all those guys available?
Yes, let's say all of them are available.
All right. For the 57th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Bears select Zion Young.
Zion Young.
57th.
That'd be awesome. You got that Missouri connection with Luther Burton.
That's right. Right. They were locker mates.
Locker mates.
No, that's interesting.
Wow, that'd be pretty cool. A little Mizzou pipeline. I don't know how well that'll do for you, Bears
60th.
fans. But
and then the 60th, I'm going to go with, I want to double dip so bad. R. Mason Thomas. Let's do it.
Okay. All right, so those are 2. All right, so you gave me your 2 favorite ones. Zion Young, I think, probably won't make it to your pick. That would be my guess. So who do you think is the most real? Like, just predicting for the team, who do you think they're going to take if it's just one of them?
Most realistic, if I had to pick, I'm going to go Derek Moore, Michigan.
Derek Moore.
I think he will be there. I think he's what they're looking for. Yeah. He makes sense for Dennis Allen's system, like everything we're looking for.
Yeah. And like I did see in his highlights that he had the C, which to me that means a lot, understanding Adam Peters a little bit more. But at the same time, you guys are still building a culture. This has only Ben Johnson's 2nd year.
Right.
So getting someone who is a captain, I think, is still an important thing. Not to be overlooked, so that would be cool. Now, you guys also have a 3rd round pick, pick 89. Is there, just we don't have to go into too much detail, Teddy, but is there any names or anything you're looking for there?
This is kind of just a cutesy pick, a crush pick, if you will. I really like Keontae Scott. I know we got our safety already. I know we need D-line help. We could use a tackle. But man, I just love the way this guy plays ball, and imagine him and Thieneman added to this secondary would just make it. You could blitz Thieneman, you could blitz Kobe Bryant, you could blitz Keontae Scott. He had 5 sacks last year. I mean, that's insane.
I mean, if you want to talk about an embarrassment of riches, we're talking about Kobe Bryant, Thieneman at safety, and then you've got Jalen Johnson,
Kyler Gordon, Tariq Stevenson.
Oh my God.
Keontae Scott.
I mean, that's got to be top tier secondary in the league.
Amazing.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I heard Keontae Scott was maybe the best run defender as like more of like a nickel corner. You can blitz him, and he's just a speed demon.
Exactly.
I know he's definitely someone that
ran 4.23 in his pro day.
He's someone that the Commanders, I'm pretty sure we brought him in for a top 30 visit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Keontae Scott. But I don't think he's going to make it to the 3rd round. I think he might go in the 2nd too, but I mean that's a luxury pick for sure.
But that kind of brings me around to you guys. Commanders have a 3rd round pick as well.
That's one.
First. What are you thinking, Matt? You are on the clock. What are your thoughts? Give us the breakdown.
So I think the big thing is wide receiver. I mean, that makes the most sense for where our roster is. I do think that Ayuk will be on our team eventually, but do I think that it's wise to count on Ayuk and have the type of wide receiver room that we currently have with Diami and just so, Luke and Jalen Lane and just Van Jefferson. Like, no, I don't think you want to. So I don't think you can afford to.
Right.
So I think receiver is kind of the consensus position that we need to attack. Yeah. So there's 3 different players that I'm kind of targeting, and I hope that maybe one of them might be there. And it's Dillon, Stribling, Ted Hurst, and Antonio Williams.
Nice
are
options.
those 3 people. I know Dijon Stribling is one guy that maybe you were scouting a little bit for an old, at the receiver out of Ole Miss. What do you think about his game?
I think he's got a game that's fits a Ben Johnson type offense, and I know you guys are kind of in that direction too. I know he's had a lot of visits with the Bears, and with the interviews, a lot of things that popped off where he said, I think a couple times, that I need to do everything I can, and I'm not always going to get the ball. Oh, something about snaps. There's 60 snaps I play, I'm not always going to get the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm going to run block.
Yeah.
And you don't hear that from a receiver very often. So that's actually a bigger part of the run game than people think about.
Right.
Is how well the receivers block, because those corners will come up and close that down. And so he's also I think he's in the 4.3 speed range, 6'2", 207. Yeah, there we go. There. So he's obviously got top end speed, breakaway speed, deep threat. He's really got it all. He's like your old school primary one receiver.
Yeah,
if you will.
Dude, it's just crazy. He's 6'2" plus. I love the 207. That's like where Terry plays at. Again, massive hands.
Massive hands. Bigger is better.
Crazy. 4.36. 1.53 split is pretty
insane.
Crazy too.
Acceleration.
36 looks pretty small when you're comparing it to 43.5 for Sonny Styles. But I think that
he's freaky.
He's freaky, but he also, like, I was listening to some analysis of him, and they said that he might be like the best run blocking receiver in the draft, and he actually can run him as a big slot receiver, and because he's so physical and so good at blocking, like, that feels like a perfect scheme fit for the Commanders to be able to get someone who can do that dirty work. I mean, Adam Peters, when he first came in, he traded Jahan Dotson right away. Because he was a smaller guy and can't block. Well, this guy's the exact opposite, which I think he would be more of our type. I don't think he makes it to 71 though. Like, y'all could snatch him up. Imagine if you guys drafted like Zion Young or R. Mason Thomas and you got Stribling with those 2 picks. That would be like,
talk about wealth of riches.
That would be so much fun.
Oh my goodness.
If you guys did that. But I don't want you to draft Stribling. I want you to leave him for us. Another guy that I think I would love for them to target is Ted Hurst. And this is a common one, so this isn't like anything too crazy. You might have heard of him before, because like every
Georgia
team,
State, right?
Georgia State wide receiver. He's like 6'4". He's skinnier than Deshaun Stribling, but he's also more agile. Like, when I was comparing the 2 film, like, Deshaun Stribling felt more physical, like an
corners
AJ.
couldn't tackle him.
Yeah.
He was trucking guys.
Yeah, and he's got that long speed. I know he ran at that crazy 40, but he's got like, it's more of a long speed build-up speed than like a quick shiftiness. He, like, if you were to compare like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, I feel like Deshaun Stribling would be more like an AJ Brown.
Oh, for sure.
And then
DK almost. Ole Miss, they kind of have those receivers.
Right. Same factory, right? And Ted Hurst would be more of like a Devontae Smith.
I agree.
But I really like him. I think he's going to go in the second as well, but you never know who's going to fall. It is kind of the beginning of the third, so you always hope that with your pick you get someone who like kind of fell, which is what we both did in the first round.
Right, I know.
Let's go. We hope that party keeps going
continue
tonight. But Ted Hurst, and then the third receiver that I want to zero in on is Antonio Williams. He's more of a slot receiver, but I think he's like 6 foot, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But he's just very shifty. He almost gives me like, and this is too high of a comparison. Like, he's a 3rd round, and I'm not guaranteeing that he'd be a success or anything, but he almost gives me like reminders of Antonio Brown. Someone who kind of like his build. Yeah, I like him a lot as a slot player. What did you think when you saw Antonio Williams?
So I just noticed that he seems to have a lot of separation with corners and stuff, and so it makes me wonder, like, is it the play design? Is he just wide open that play? And it consistently shows on tape. His route running, the way he sets up his routes.
Yeah.
He's very smooth. He's very intelligent with where he makes his breaks. And he's kind of got really good, just obviously an athlete. All these guys are athletes. But that's what pops off the tape the most to me, is how smooth he is as a route runner. Whatever route it is, 5-yard out, 12-yard dig, post. We saw him running a numerous amount of routes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my overall take on him.
Yeah. When you watched the 3 receivers, who did you like? Who stuck out? Like, how would you rank those guys?
It's tough knowing the run blocking thing. I think I still like Stribling, but honestly, I really fell in love with Antonio Williams.
Yeah.
The more I watched it, when someone's fun to watch run routes, I feel like that's when you know.
Yeah, he's my type of receiver. I talked a lot in this draft about Carnell Tate not being my type of receiver. So thank you, Titans. Cheers. Cheers to you, Titans.
Let's go, Titans. Thank you.
You keep helping us out.
Big ass.
We'll keep sliding you.
Another comparison I have from actually is I'm going to go way back, but maybe not way back. But like the British show on turf, Isaac Bruce, maybe a Torrey Holt. More Isaac Bruce though.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fluidity I'm talking about. The smoothness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Commanders, like, if all 3 of them were on the board, would go Stribling 1, Ted Hurst 2, and Antonio Williams. I personally think that Stribling and Hurst might both go in the 2nd round, and it's more likely that they do than they don't. And I think that Antonio Williams is going to be there in the 3rd round. So I would say the most likely pick for 71 for us is Antonio Williams. That's going to be my prediction. But just know that if Stribling's on the board or if Ted Hurst is on the board, I think they would pick them over Antonio Williams just as kind of like a fit. Yeah. We don't have like we don't have anyone like super tall. Like Luke McCaffrey's like fake tall. Like 6'2".
I've never heard that before. Fake tall.
Yeah, he's like fake tall, right? And so someone who's like legit. And I know Stribling's only a little over 6'2", but he's physical and like he's imposing.
6'2" is a big
wideout. Yeah, it's a big wideout. And Ted Hurst is 6'4". So those I think would be targets. I also think just a sneaky one is Elijah Surratt. So he's an Indiana wide receiver, and he was in the college for a while, but he's just been like crazy productive. I don't know if it just makes, because I feel like he's almost like a Luke McCaffrey type player, but I just feel like there might be something there. So that's just a random 4th name that I threw out there. But I think we're going receiver in that 3rd round, and it'll be so interesting to figure out where we go.
It will be. I can't wait for tonight, man.
Yeah. So that 1st round was everything we could have wanted and more. That was epic. Teddy, I'm so pumped, bro. I'm so excited. Y'all got 3 picks.
Sony Styles and Thieneman.
Y'all got 3 picks.
3 picks tonight.
We only got 1, but we're gonna party it up just like we did yesterday. And let's keep this going. Let's keep the strong picks going. Let's have ourselves a draft.
Loving it.
This is the midway to the district pod. It's been a blast. Hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to round 2.
See y'all later.
Bye.